everyone, my name is Miss Luana. I'm an aesthetics instructor here at Salon Success Academy, Redlands. I'm here to show you the State Board NIC practical exam. This is the new updated version that will be taking place in July. So here we go. Okay, so our first set of instructions is going to be our work area setup. Okay, so when you get to State Board, you will be assigned a station. At that station, you're going to have your manicuring tray, you're going to have your back bar, and you're going to have a stool. Okay, at the back bar, there's also going to be the actual instructions that your examiner is going to be reading on a book. Okay, and it'll be in the corner. Now, anytime your examiner is reading those set of instructions, she will be expecting you to be looking and following along with her instructions, okay? So, this will always be on your back bar. They don't really want you to touch it unless you are instructed to turn the page, to follow along reading. Other than that, leave the book where it is, okay? You can set up around it. So once you're assigned your station, you're just going to stand there and wait and listen for instructions. The first set of instructions are going to be work area preparation and setup of supplies. So here we go. I will read off verbatim what they will be telling you, and we'll go from there, okay? So you will prepare your work area for your client. You will set up the universal supplies you will use throughout the examination. You will also set up the supplies for the basic facial section of this exam. You are expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 10 minutes to complete this section. You'll be informed when you have 5 minutes remaining. Do not demonstrate any procedures until the verbal instructions have been read and you've been instructed to begin. Step back to indicate that you have finished. Again, she will repeat the instructions again. I won't repeat them to you. That will get boring. Okay, so she will repeat. Once she repeats them, she will say, okay, you may begin. All right, that's your cue. Here we go. You're going to get your kit. Okay, I'm going to be working from my kit here. We rent from the California Supreme Kit Company, okay? And it comes into a suitcase, so you're going to be working straight from the suitcase. The suitcase should always remain on the floor, okay? So you'll see me bending down here because I'm grabbing stuff from my kit. That's exactly what you'll be doing. So you will open up your kit. Okay. First thing you want to do is pull out your trash bag, okay? We are going to be disinfecting our work surfaces here pretty soon. I need somewhere to throw away those gloves and wipes, so I need my trash bag ready for me, okay? So always, number one thing, trash bag first, okay? And you're going to go into your suitcase again. You have a hand sanitizer. Sanitize your hands. You also have a little bag with gloves. Okay, it's labeled gloves so you can clearly see it. You'll open up the gloves. You'll put a pair of gloves on. Now, anytime you are disinfecting any of your work surfaces, you need to put on a pair of gloves, okay? Just like when you're disinfecting in the salon, you don't want that barbicide wipe to penetrate your skin. You need to protect yourself, so gloves. Now, anytime I'm not working straight from my kit, I am going to close the kit, okay? Inside the kit is supposed to remain clean, sanitary, so I don't want it to be open for dirt, debris, stuff to fall in it, okay? So I close my kit, and now I'm going to disinfect my work surfaces. Okay. Take your wipe. Disinfect your manicuring tray. Okay. These are pretty saturated, so you can use the same one. Wipe off your back bar. Again, don't really touch the book. They don't like that, okay? Wipe off your back bar. You have a little stool there, okay? Wipe down your stool. And then I also just like to kind of wipe this down, okay? And now, since all my work surfaces are clean, I can go ahead and start to place my universal supplies on my back bar. Okay, I need to throw this away. I also need to take my gloves off. So I just put the wipe into my hand, pull my gloves inside out, and throw it away. Now I can go ahead and start to pull out the rest of my supplies. They showed you to set up your universal supplies and also to start to set up for your client number 1. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna go back into my kit. I will open up my kit. I will grab my hand sanitizer from my universal supplies. Sanitize my hands because I did touch the outside of the suitcase. So again, before I start pulling out all of my clean items and clean supplies, my hands should also be clean, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and start to pull everything out, okay? You're gonna have your first client, your universal supplies bag. You're gonna have your doll head. And you're going to have your items to be disinfected. Now again, you're going to be working from the floor. Just pull everything out. You can put it on the manicuring tray. You can put it on the back bar. And then you can distribute it where you need to. I'm going to close my kit. Again, make sure you're closing it once you're not working from that surface, okay? So, I touched the outside of my kit. I need to sanitize my hands. Okay, here we go. I'm going to now set up, okay? So, I always need my hand sanitizer. Easy way to start setting up is grab all your universal supplies first, okay? Hand sanitizer. You're gonna have a bag of cotton and sponges. I'm gonna put that onto my back bar. You're going to have a first aid kit. Put that onto your back bar. You're gonna have your gloves. Remember, these are gonna be used for disinfecting your surfaces. You're going to have a set of paper towels. Okay. You're gonna have some water. And then you're also going to have a soiled towel bag, okay? This can just simply go right next to your trash bag, okay, on the floor. This, that everything was in, this plastic bag can now go into the trash. All right, now I'm going to again, distribute everything where I like it as far as my setup. Your items to be disinfected box is going to go onto your back bar. There's no specific way you need to set this up. It's just kind of which way is going to make sense to you. Okay, so I just make it look nice and neat onto my back bar. Okay. You have your mannequin head. This is going to go into the trash. Right. I touched the trash, so I need to sanitize my hands. Okay. Anytime you are touching the trash, you want to make sure you're sanitizing your hands afterward. If you remember in the set of instructions, they say they are grading you on client protection, safety, and infection control. As long as you're always remembering those 3 things, and you're basing your procedures around that, you really should be okay. All right. So, sanitize my hands. Now I'm going to start to pull out all my supplies. This is in my way, so I'm just going to put it on the back bar for now. You're going to pull out your SMA, okay, your sanitary maintenance area first, all right? Next couple things you have in here. You have a steamed towel. You have some tissue. Okay, place those onto your SMA. You also have your draping for your client, okay? Now, if there's enough space on your your manicuring table, then you can go ahead and just place them on your manicuring table, okay? If there isn't, then you can place it on your back bar, okay? Wherever there is space. Now, if you guys saw, my exfoliating brush just wanted to jump right out of that bag. If it had hit the floor, then I would have needed to discard it or put it into my items to be disinfected box, because I would not have been able to use that anymore. It would not have been clean. So be careful when you are pulling your items out of your bag, okay? You have more than enough time. You have 10 whole minutes. It's not going to take you 10 minutes to do this, okay? So take your time. Now I'm just pulling out all of my supplies, okay? I have my cleansing cream, okay? I have my exfoliating product, I have astringent, I have my massage cream, my mask product, and then my moisturizer, okay? You guys saw I also pulled out some cuppies to transfer some of my product in, which you will see when I do the procedure. Again, I have my exfoliating brush, I have a brush to apply my mask, okay? This is now empty, so I'm just going to throw it away, okay? Now, make sure when you're throwing everything away, if you guys notice, I'm really taking all the air out of the bag. I'm folding it up nice and small so that way everything can fit into my trash, okay? Everything will fit in there, okay? This just makes my life so much easier, okay? All right. So I throw that away. I did touch the trash, so I need to sanitize my hands, okay? I'm going to bring my hand sanitizer here over to my SMA. If you guys also noticed, when I was pulling out my products, I was trying to put them in the order of application, okay? Now, hopefully you're going to be doing this over and over and over and over and over again, that you will have the order down pat, okay? So in case when you were there at State Board and for some reason you have a brain fart because you're so nervous and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore, okay? It's already set up in the order it needs to be applied, so you can just go ahead and grab the next bottle, okay? Now, you need to always make sure your labels are actually facing outward, okay? Don't face them towards you, face them towards the examiner so that she can see the items are clearly labeled, okay, and correctly labeled. That way when you are grabbing your products, she knows you are grabbing the correct product, okay? If it's faced inward towards you, she's not gonna know what product you're grabbing, and that might indicate to her that she needs to start to walk over to you, okay? Biggest tip, any way to not really, draw attention to yourself is gonna be your best bet, okay? Let her observe you from far away, okay? Again, you're nervous, you're there to take your State Board test, you don't want her coming super close to you, okay? That's just gonna make you a little bit more it's gonna make your nerves a little bit crazy, okay? So again, set everything up facing outward, okay? A couple things that I need to actually grab for my procedure are a couple cotton rounds and sponges, okay? So before I go into that bag, I need to make sure my hands are clean, so I'm going to sanitize my hands. So, cotton and sponges. For this procedure, you are going to need 2 cotton balls and a few cotton rounds. Okay, I'm going to put out 4 cotton rounds and 4 cotton balls. That's double the amount that you actually need. Oh, and I'm actually going to pull out a makeup wedge, okay, a makeup sponge. And then I'm going to close this and put it back onto my back bar. Okay. Manicuring head does not get draped at this point. Leave her there. Make sure everything is out that you need, okay? It looks like I have everything. Once you are done, you're just going to step back and you're going to wait for further instructions. Now, make sure before you step back that everything is out that you need, okay? Once you step back, you are signaling to them, I am done. I'm ready for the next set of instructions, okay? So if you're like, oh, I forgot something, and then I need to step back forward, they might take some points off of you, okay? So step back once you are sure you are completely done, okay? You have 10 minutes. If you want to take the full 10 minutes, go right ahead, take the full 10 minutes. You really won't need to, okay? Once everyone in your examination room is done and everyone has stepped back, they're not going to let the time run out, okay? They're going to say, okay, everyone has indicated that they have completed this section of the exam. We will now proceed, okay? So you step back, you wait, and she'll read you the next set of instructions. Okay, so now you have stepped back, you're waiting for the next set of instructions, which are going to be for your client preparation and basic facial. So she will read, you will prepare your client for services. You will perform a basic facial. The basic facial will include cleansing, manual exfoliation, towel steaming, massage, and mask. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 25 minutes to complete this section, and you'll be informed when you have 12 minutes remaining. Step back to indicate you have finished. Again, she will repeat the instructions, and then she will say, you may begin. So at that point, you will step forward, okay? First thing we always want to do is sanitize our hands. Okay. She said you need to prepare your client for services. So I'm going to grab my draping, okay, my clean linens here, whichever, wherever you had placed them. If you had placed them on your SMA or your back bar, okay, grab them, and then you're going to go ahead and drape your client. So we need to set up her facial table here. You're going to roll one of the towels up into a nice little roll here. Make sure when you are rolling it up, okay, like a burrito, don't roll it and touch your body, okay? That's cross-contamination. So make sure you're rolling it away from your body. Okay, you can go ahead and pull the mannequin out and place her on the tray. And you're going to go ahead and put the little towel there at the base of your container. This is supposed to represent your facial table. You're going to grab the other towel and you're just going to drape it into the basin there. You're going to grab your mannequin, put her standing, okay? You'll grab your head towel and then you're going to go ahead and drape her. Okay, you can place her in the basin here. Make sure her forehead is exposed. Okay, so pull that back. We're going to be working on the forehead, so we need that to be exposed. There we go. Tuck her in, make her nice and cozy, okay? And then you can go ahead and begin your services. Before we do that, we touched our client, so we need to sanitize our hands before we touch any of our implements, okay? So, sanitize my hands. Okay, first step is going to be cleansing the face. So, you're going to take your cleansing cream. You're going to open up your cleansing cream, go over the trash, and you are going to put a little bit on the back of your hand, okay? You don't need a lot. The mannequin doesn't absorb product, okay? So a little bit goes a long way. So here we go. We're going to take our cleansing cream, dab, 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 over the eye area. Whatever is left, you can go ahead and just emulsify it into your own hands, okay? And then I'm going to cleanse the eye area. Now, in the real world, your client would have their eyes closed, but this is a mannequin, okay? You're still simulating that you're protecting her. You're always going in a downward motion when you're cleansing the eye area, not up. We don't want to be getting product up into her eyeball, okay? So go down, 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 and around. Same with the other eye. I need to make sure I'm always double bracing. If you guys notice, I'm holding the eye area with one hand while I'm cleansing with the other. Okay, down, 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 and around. Down, 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 and around. Okay, now I'm going to remove my product. So I'm going to get my tissue here, and I'm going to make a little mitten, wrap it around my fingers, and then pull over the top there. Here we go. And I'm going to remove. Same as application, I always need to double brace when I'm working around the eye area, and I'm going in a downward motion, down, 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 and around. Same thing, I'm going to double brace, hold the eye area with my other hand, down, 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 and around. This is going to go into my trash. Okay, next I need to go ahead and cleanse her lip area. So again, apply my product over the trash, put a little bit on the back of my hand, close my container, place that back down. Okay, this is going to go onto her lips. Whatever is left, again, I'm going to emulsify it in between my fingers, and then I'm going to cleanse the lip area. I'm working around the lip area just like the eyes. I need to double brace, so I'm holding, cleansing, holding with the one side, cleansing, okay? You don't need to do this for very long, okay? Her lips are cleansed. And then go ahead and remove. Again, I'm going to make my mitten, wrap the tissue around, fold it over. Wrap my tissue around. Fold it over. And then I'm going to remove the lip. Okay. Again, I'm holding, I'm bracing. So if you see I'm holding with one side, pull with the other. Hold, pull, hold, pull. This is going to go into my trash. All right. Next, I need to cleanse the rest of her face. So I'm going to open up my cleanser again, apply it over my trash. And I'm going to cleanse her face. I'm going to put a couple dots on the high points of her face here. Forehead, nose, chin, cheeks. Emulsify whatever product's left onto my hand in between my fingers and work it into the face. And then you're going to do your cleansing movements. So round circles, okay? Up against the cheeks, up against the hair follicles here, coming up on to the nose, the forehead, round circles. Okay, and you can use your whole, all your fingers. You don't need to use just one finger at a time. That's going to take you too long. So use all your fingers, cleanse, 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 round circles. There's no specific way to do this. Just make sure you're cleansing. Okay, now I'm going to remove the cleansing cream. Make my mittens, wrap it around my fingers, fold over the top with my tissue. And then I'm going to remove my cleansing cream. I can use both hands simultaneously this time because I'm not specifically removing product around the eye or mouth area. Okay, here we go. This is going to go into the trash. Next, I need to go ahead and tone. So I'm going to get my astringent, open it up, grab a cotton ball or, a cotton round, whichever one you want. They don't really care, okay? Whatever you prefer. Apply some of the product over the trash, okay? And then close it. Now, if you guys notice, I'm applying everything over the trash, okay? If for some reason I drop something, okay, product, my cotton ball, I'm gonna hope that it's gonna fall into the trash before it hits the ground, okay? If it does hit the ground, then I need to go ahead and pick that up in a safe manner. So let's just say I'm nervous, right? I'm at state board. I'm like, ooh, okay. And I drop my cotton ball. It doesn't make it into the trash. Don't freak out, okay? Just stop what you're doing. You're gonna go to your back bar. You're gonna grab your tissue. You have a bunch of extra tissue back there. Don't drop that, okay? You're gonna grab your tissue. You're gonna pick up whatever it is, if it was a cotton ball or product, whatever. Clean it up, throw that into the trash, and then sanitize your hands, okay? And then continue with the service. But you do have to stop what you're doing in order to make sure you are keeping your area safe, sanitary, okay? So again, I am putting my astringent on. I'm toning her, okay? Cotton ball. Dab, 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 dab. I like to dab this section because I don't want her to think I'm still removing cleanser, so I don't want to do swiping motions. I want to show her that I'm doing something different. I'm toning now, okay? Throw that into the trash. Next, I'm going to be doing my exfoliation. So you're going to take exfoliating product. You're going to take a cuppy. Over the trash again, you're going to apply you're going to dispense some of your exfoliating product into your cuppy. Close the container, okay? And then you're going to take one of your sponges, okay? And you're going to apply your exfoliating product. Start with the forehead and dispense it and work your way around the entire face. Make sure you're applying an even amount of product over the entire face. You are not applying this to the eyes. You're not applying it to the actual lip, okay? You're just applying it to that upper lip area, but not the actual lips, okay? So you'll apply your exfoliating product. And then you are going to throw this into the trash, okay? Cuppy, sponge, everything. Those are all single use. Now, in the kit, you do get a fan brush. So if you want to apply your exfoliating product or your mask with the fan brush, you can. It's just after it is used, it cannot go back onto your SMA. It needs to go into your items to be disinfected, okay? Once it is placed in there, you touched that box, your hands are now dirty, so you need to sanitize your hands, okay? I just prefer to use the cuppy and the sponge, apply it, and then throw all of that away, okay? It's just easier for me. But after you apply your exfoliating product, you're going to now exfoliate. So you need to use a bristle brush. Comes in the kit. You are going to start at the forehead and then just work your way around the face and exfoliate. Okay? Forehead, chin, cheeks, upper lip. Make sure you're not going up the nose, okay? We're gonna get docked points for that because that's client safety. Make sure you're not going on the actual lip area, okay? Just work your way around the entire face. Once you've exfoliated the entire face, this is going to go into your items to be disinfected, not back down onto your SMA, your sanitary maintenance area. It's supposed to be clean, okay? This goes into items to be disinfected. You'll close that box. I touched that, so I need to sanitize my hands. Here we go. Now I need to remove that. So while I'm here, I'm already sanitizing my hands. Make sure you sanitize up into your wrists, okay? You'll see why in 1 second, okay? I need to use a steam towel to remove that exfoliating product. So I'm going to take my bag here, labeled steam towel, open that up. This is gonna go into the trash. Okay, now you need to wring out your towel, okay? It is a little damp at State Board, okay? It's not sopping wet, but you do need to show them that you're wringing out the towel. So again, over the trash, you're just gonna wring out the towel. Now, if you guys see, my trash is over here, opposite end of my mannequin head, okay? Typically, my back bar would be behind me, okay? So I can wring out over the trash. Now I need to test the temperature. That's why I sanitized up into my wrist area, okay? Because that needs to be clean if this towel is going to be touching my client, okay? I'm going to test the temperature. 1, 2, 3, dab, dab, dab. Touch your wrists together. Feels good. I'm not going to burn her, okay? Wrap the towel around my client's face. Make sure her nose and her mouth are still exposed, okay? And then just go ahead and wait, a couple seconds. You don't need to be here for very long. And remove your exfoliating product. The California Supreme Kit Company, the products come off really easily, okay? It's kind of like a gel-based product, so it will come off super, super nicely. You don't have to worry too much about it, okay? Okay, this is gonna go into my soiled linens bag. That should be right next to your trash. Place that in and then close your bag, okay? Put that back down onto the floor. I touched that, I need to sanitize my hands. Sanitize, sanitize, sanitize. I also now want to just go ahead and make sure I've removed all my exfoliating product from my client's face. Just a safety measure to make sure there's no grits or granules left over. That's what I'm simulating to the proctor, okay? Client safety. If you guys notice, when I'm reading all these domains, you will notice I'm saying you are graded on client protection, safety, and infection control. Always think about those things when you're doing these procedures. Okay, I threw that away. I accidentally touched the trash, so I need to sanitize my hands. Okay, now I need to do my massage So take your massage cream over the trash. Little goes a long way, okay? Remember, she doesn't absorb anything. Dot, dot, dot. Whatever's left over, emulsify it in your fingers. And then emulsify the product over the face. So you'll work it into the face here. And then you're going to start your 4 state board manipulations. So, effleurage. You're going to do each movement about 3 to 6 times. I just count to 6 for each movement, and then I move on to the next one. Okay? Then you're going to be doing your petrissage. This is your kneading type movement. Okay? So you're going to be using your thumb and your index finger, doing a pinching or kneading type movement. I like to just stay across the jaw line, okay? And I go from left to right. They don't care about all that fancy, you know, Swedish type massage. They don't care, okay? They just want to see these 4 state board manipulations. Next is going to be tappement. Just like a piano, okay? You're playing the piano on your client's face. The jawline, the cheeks, and then the forehead. Last, you're going to do friction. I like to do friction on the forehead from temple to temple. Okay. Again, each movement about 3 to 6 times. I'm using my middle finger or my ring finger just to do these C-type movements across the forehead. Now, the order of the manipulations doesn't necessarily matter. Okay, as long as you are doing all 4, that's all they care about. And then end with your effleurage. I always like to begin and end with effleurage, okay? As far as the other 3 in between, whichever order you can remember it, do them, okay? I just always like to work from the bottom of the face up. Okay. If you guys also notice, I maintain contact with the mannequin the entire time, so don't break away, okay? They are looking for that. All right. I need to remove my massage cream. And you're going to make your mittens and remove the massage cream. These are going to go into the trash. Next, I need to do my mask product. You're going to take your mask, take your cuppy, open it up over the trash, apply some product into your cuppy, your transfer cup. You're going to take your sponge, your makeup wedge, okay? And you're going to apply your mask. Now, the California Supreme Kit Company, their mask is kind of creamy, okay? Kind of a white color, which is good. Make sure you are applying enough of it to be visible to the proctor, okay? Remember in the beginning I said, try not to draw attention to yourself, okay? So if she cannot see the product, she's going to come up close to you. That might be intimidating for you. That might make your nerves go a little crazy. So make sure you are applying an even enough coat so that way the proctor can see it. Okay? This is going to go into the trash. My trash is kind of building up, so I'm going to just push my trash down, okay? Since I touched it, I need to sanitize my hands. If you need to push your trash, okay, you can. You don't want to have a situation where the trash is overflowing because like earlier I said, if something's on the floor, trash, product, that's a safety hazard. So push it down so in between your services, it's not going to build up, okay? I did touch the trash, so I do need to sanitize my hands. Next, I need to remove my mask product. So I'm going to take some cotton rounds here. I'm going to take my water that was on my back bar, my universal water, and I'm going to spray my cotton rounds with some water. That can go back onto my back bar, and I'm going to remove my mask. The mask does come off a lot easier with your water, okay? Remove, remove, remove. These are going to go into the trash. Next, I need to tone her, okay? So I'm going to grab my astringent, I'm going to grab my cotton ball. Again, whichever way you like to apply it with a cotton ball or a round, up to you. Couple drops over the trash, close my container before I put it back down, and then dab, 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 dab. Okay. If your mannequin head was a little wet, you know, from the mask and the water, the cotton ball is going to help absorb it right now. There we go. Throw that away. And last, I need to moisturize. Grab your moisturizer over the trash. A little bit goes a long way. Okay. Dot, dot, dot. High points of the face. Emulsify whatever's left on your hands. And then work it into the face. Again, a little goes a long way, guys. You don't need to drench her. She doesn't absorb the product, okay? We want to make sure we're not setting ourselves up later with a slippery mannequin. There we go. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to sanitize my hands. I'm going to step back and I'm going to wait. Remember, anytime you are stepping back, you're signaling to your examiner that I am done with this section, okay? If other people are still working, let them work, okay? You are just going to step back, have your hands in front of you, you can have your hands behind you, but you're just going to stand there and wait for the next set of instructions. Okay, so your next set of instructions are going to be your work area preparation for a new client and setting up of supplies, okay? So she's going to read, you will break down your work area and dispose of supplies used in the previous section of this exam. You will prepare your work area for a new client. You will set up the universal supplies you will use for the remainder of the exam. You are also setting up for the following sections: hair removal of the eyebrows using simulated soft wax and tweezing, facial makeup. You will be expected to follow all kind of protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 10 minutes to complete this section. You'll be informed when you have 5 minutes remaining. Do not demonstrate any procedures until the verbal instructions have been read and you've been instructed to begin. Step back to indicate that you have finished. She will repeat herself, and then she will say, okay, you may begin. Here we go. First step is always going to be to sanitize my hands, okay? All right, I need to break down everything I use. So I'm going to move my hand sanitizer to my back bar. Any leftover single-use items I'm going to throw away into the trash. All of my bottles, these are going to go into my items to be disinfected, okay? So I'm going to open up my box, throw all of those bottles in. Close. I touched that box, so I'm going to sanitize my hands. All of these linens are now dirty, so I'm going to take my mannequin head out. You can just place her onto the side, okay? Put all my linens, my SMA, wrap that all up here. Grab my soiled linens bag. Place those in there. Make sure you close your bag afterwards. Okay, I touched my soiled linens bag, so I'm going to sanitize my hands. Now I need to disinfect my work area because I'm preparing for a new client. So I'm just going to place my mannequin back into her little tray here. I'm going to move everything from my manicuring tray over to my back bar, okay? Now I need to disinfect, so I need to use my gloves, okay? I'm going to grab my gloves from my back bar, grab a pair of gloves, close that, place it back down, put a pair of gloves on. Remember, anytime I'm disinfecting, I do not want that disinfectant solution to be absorbed through my skin. Okay, that could harm me in the long run. So I need to protect myself. Here we go. You're going to grab your disinfecting wipes. And then you're going to disinfect your work area. So I'm going to disinfect my manicuring tray. I'm going to disinfect my stool. Throw this away. I'm going to grab some more disinfecting wipes. And then I'm going to start to wipe down all of my back bar and universal supplies. So, wipes. This is clean now, this is clean, so I can place that here, okay? Do not place your contaminated stuff onto your clean workspace. Go through and disinfect all of your implements. Your hand sanitizer, your extra cotton and sponges, your first aid kit. As I'm cleaning them, I'm putting them on my clean workspace. Okay. My universal water, my bag of gloves, trash. In the kit, you got those extra towels. These can just go straight into the trash. You get more, okay? I touched the trash, so I need to sanitize my hands. You can sanitize right over your gloves, okay? I'm going to grab another disinfecting wipe here. And then I'm going to disinfect my facial table. Remember, this tub represents where your client is laying down for their services. Your items to be disinfected box. Make sure you wipe down all surfaces, okay? Then lastly, your back bar. Remember, don't touch that book. Leave it there. You're disinfecting around. Okay, that's the last thing I need to disinfect, so I can go ahead and remove my gloves. So I'm just going to put that wipe into my hand here. I'm going to turn my gloves inside out and throw those away. Sanitize my hands, and I'm just going to start to put everything back, okay, the way I had it, because now I need to set up for my client number 2, which was facial, simulated wax, and then facial makeup. So put all of your items back onto your back bar. They're clean and ready to go. Okay. Now we're going to go back into our kit. So go to your suitcase, unzip it, open it up, okay, and you are going to pull out your second client bag, close your suitcase, zip it back up, okay? Remember, everything in there needs to stay clean. I touched the outside of my suitcase, so I need to sanitize my hands. Okay, here we go. Open up your second client bag. What you're going to be looking for is your SMA. Pull out your SMA first so you have somewhere to place all of your bottles and procedures and implements. Okay. If your manicuring tray is kind of small, okay, you can put the table, okay, on her towel. It's okay. Pull out everything from the bag. I have a makeup bag here. I have 2 more client drapings. I have another headband. I also have a wrap. I have more towels, so remember those towels I threw away earlier? Here's the replacements, okay? And then pull out the rest of your stuff. You're gonna have antiseptic, you're gonna have post-epilation, you're gonna have a little cup here. All of this is gonna go into the trash once I've pulled everything out of the bag. Try to make sure you're folding your bags. Remember, make everything nice and small, okay? So that it all fits into the trash. I'm gonna push my trash down. Since I touched it, I do need to sanitize my hands. And I'm gonna continue to set up, okay? I have a bag here with some muslin strips for waxing. I have some tweezers. I have some sticks. Okay, wax applicators. I have another cup here. And then I have a product labeled simulated wax. This little bag can go into the trash. Next, I'm going to pull out all of my makeup. My facial powder, my foundation, my eyeshadow, my blush. I have a lipstick, mascara. I have a palette, some cotton, some spoolies, lip liner here. Q-tips, a spatula, some makeup applicators for eyeshadow. I have some more makeup wedges. I have a couple brushes, okay? The kit company does a good job at really supplying you with whatever you need to apply your makeup, okay? Whatever makes you feel more comfortable. So that is going to go into the trash. My Q-tips, pull those out of the bag. There we go. That goes into the trash. I'm going to bring my hand sanitizer over to my station. Sanitize. I also made sure as I was pulling out my product, just like client number 1, I'm putting everything in the order of application, okay? So that way in case I forget, because I'm so nervous the examiner's looking at me, okay? I have everything in the right order. So your order for your makeup is going to be your foundation, your translucent powder, your blush, your eyeshadow, okay? Your eyeliner, your mascara, and then your lip color. Okay. Once all of that is set up, you're going to step back, okay? You're not draping her, you're not doing anything else. You step back and you wait for further instruction. Okay? Here we go. Okay, so at this point, she is going to give you a 5-minute setup. Okay, so everyone is set up in your examination room. She will read the next set of instructions. You will have 5 minutes to prepare your client for the following sections: hair removal of the eyebrows using simulated soft wax and tweezing, facial makeup. Please do not begin any procedures until the verbal instructions have been read and you've been instructed to begin. Step back to indicate that you have finished. Okay, she will repeat her instructions. Okay, you may begin. All right, that's my signal to step forward and sanitize my hands. Always sanitize your hands. Okay, if you forget something, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. What am I supposed to be doing right now? You can sanitize your hands and just think. Breathe. Think. What am I supposed to be doing right now? Okay? We're supposed to be setting up. So you're going to be preparing your client for services. Okay? You can lift your mannequin out, place her on the table, and you're going to roll up your towel, again, like a little burrito. Okay? Place that at the base of your basin. You're going to pull out your other towel. Open that up, and you're going to drape it inside. Pick up your client, put her in there, okay? And then you are going to drape her head again, right? Wrap her head. Get your headband, put that on. Make sure you are exposing her forehead. Again, we're going to be working on the forehead, okay? Lay her down, and then you are going to tuck her in again. Make her cozy, guys. Okay, I touched her. I need to sanitize my hands. Grab my cape, okay? This is your cape. Now, when you guys are making your kits for school, you can just use a baby bib, okay? But this is to help catch any fallout from your makeup application. Okay, put her drape on, and then you can kind of like tuck it in, okay? Especially if it's like going all over your SMA like mine did, okay? There we go. So it's out of the way. Okay, I touched her, so I need to sanitize my hands. Okay, now I need to put on gloves, okay? That's part of my preparation. So remember, you have gloves on your back bar. You're gonna go over to your back bar, open up your gloves, grab a pair of gloves, close that. You can put that back, okay? My hands were clean when I went to grab them, so they're ready to go. You're gonna put your gloves on. Now, when you guys are sanitizing your hands and you're putting your gloves on, okay, I mean, less is more. If your hands are drenched in that sanitizer and they're not quite dry when you're ready to put your gloves on, it's going to take you a long time, okay? You might break them because, again, you're nervous and you're like, just please go on, and then they break, okay? So less is more, okay? Let them dry and then put your gloves on. At that point, you're going to step back and you're going to wait for further instructions. She just wanted you to prepare your client and put your gloves on, okay? The next set is going to be your hair removal. She doesn't want to see you putting your gloves on when she's telling you, okay, please demonstrate the waxing portion. She doesn't want to waste time putting gloves on. So you have 5 minutes to do that. Drape your client, put your gloves on, step back, and you are going to wait. Okay, now she will read her next set of instructions. Remember, you're always following along, okay, with the book that's on your back bar. But she will tell you, you are now performing hair removal of the eyebrows using simulated soft wax and tweezing. You will select one eyebrow to demonstrate simulated soft wax and tweezing procedures. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will be instructed individually by the examiner to demonstrate the tweezing and soft wax. This is untimed. Do not begin to demonstrate the soft wax and tweezing procedures until instructed individually by the examiner to do so. Okay, she will repeat her instructions again, okay, and then she will go up to you so you can perform this section, okay? Now, the entire exam, she is observing you from far away, okay? This is the only one where she will be standing right in front of you watching you do the entire procedure, okay? So if that's a little nerve-wracking for you, this is where we start to practice. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Have someone watching you, the presence of someone else in front of you so you aren't as afraid when the examiner is there, okay? So you are going to wait. Remember, you are in an exam room with multiple people. You will wait for her to come up to you, okay? When she comes up to you, she will say, okay, please demonstrate hair removal using simulated soft wax along the entire length of the eyebrow. Okay, perfect. I'm going to step forward. I'm going to sanitize right over my gloves. Okay. Oh, I need to get a couple of my cotton rounds. So I'm going to go to my back bar. Okay. Cotton and sponges, pull those out, okay? You will need about 3 of those for this section. Again, you can use cotton rounds, you can use cotton balls, whichever one you would like, okay? Put that back, sanitize my hands, okay? It's better if you would remember that during your 10-minute setup. But if not, just do what I did. Go, grab it, put it on your SMA, and you're ready to go. Okay? She told you you need to do your antiseptic. Okay? Waxing. Grab your antiseptic, cotton round, cotton ball, whichever you would like. Okay? a little bit over the trash. We need to cleanse the eye area, okay? Now up to you. Remember she said simulate it on one eyebrow. So pick whichever eyebrow is going to be easiest for you to do the procedure, okay? For me, I think it'll be easier to do it on the left. So I'm going to cleanse the eyebrow, not the eye, eyebrow, okay? I'm going to dry the eye area, okay? And then I'm going to grab my simulated wax. Open up your wax container, grab a waxing spatula, grab enough product on there, close your container. Oh, here we go, I almost made a boo-boo, okay? We need to test the temperature. So, test the temperature of the wax on the inside of your arm, okay? Spatula in the trash. You're going to grab a waxing strip, smooth that on there, remove, okay? Ooh, that was a lot because I was trying to wax her. Okay, but remember, we always need a test. Remember, client protection, safety, and infection control. Okay, open up my wax container. Grab some waxing product, close it. And now I'm going to apply my wax. Now you need to show it along the entire length of the eyebrow. So from beginning to the tail, okay? Grab enough of it. I need to double brace because I'm working around the eye area, okay? Underneath, you're gonna apply your wax product. One swift movement here. That's enough. From beginning to tail. I think I probably grabbed a little bit too much, okay? You're going to take your strip, you're going to apply it, okay? Smooth it on. The muslin is going to absorb a lot of the product, okay? So smooth it on. I need to simulate that I'm holding the skin taut. They are grading you on that, okay? So I'm always removing against the hair growth when I'm waxing. So I'm going to go under here with my left hand and I'm going to really simulate that I'm holding her skin taut. So I'm really pulling down. Again, she doesn't move because her skin doesn't move, okay? But really simulate, like over exaggerate. I'm pulling on her skin the opposite way of where I'm going to be removing the strip. So here, boom, pull off my strip, okay? Now, if you have a little bit of that left over, okay, you can go ahead and just kind of clean that off a little bit, okay? Again, less is more, so you don't even have to do that step, okay? Next, she's going to tell you, okay, please tweeze 3 hairs, okay? She's going to say as soon as you're done pulling that strip off, okay? So I'm going to go in, I'm going to grab a cotton round, okay? Make a cotton ring around my ring finger here. I'm gonna hold the skin taut, okay? Again, really exaggerate you holding the skin. So I'm double bracing here. I'm really pulling on the skin and I'm gonna tweeze 3 hairs. Ooh, excuse me. Sneeze away from them, okay? Hold the skin tight here, pull 1 hair, place it on your cotton ring. 2 hairs, place it on your cotton ring. 3 hairs, place it on your cotton ring, okay? Now her hair doesn't actually come off, okay? So again, simulating it, okay? 1, 2, 3. We're always tweezing in the direction of the hair growth, pulling wax off against, okay? 1, 2, 3. Once that's done, this cotton ring is going to go into the trash, and this is going to go into my items to be disinfected. Don't place that back down onto your clean SMA, okay? Items to be disinfected. Sanitize your hands because you touched that box. Okay, I can see that I'm going to run out of cotton, so I'm going to go and grab a few more. Okay, my hands were clean when I went in there because I sanitized them. Now I need to use antiseptic over the trash, close, clean the eye area, and then I'm going to get my post-epilation. Again, over the trash. Your post-epilation is going to be like your aloe vera. So you're soothing the area after you've just waxed it and tweezed it. Throw that away. She's going to move on to the next person. Okay? At that point, you're going to remove your gloves. Okay? Throw those into the trash. Sanitize my hands because those gloves feel weird. And then you are going to clean up your implements from your waxing procedure, okay? So if you have any extra sticks or strips, those will go into the trash, okay? You had some extra cuppies here, go into the trash. Your wax and your antiseptic and your post-epilation are gonna go into your items to be disinfected. You'll sanitize, you'll step back, you'll wait for further instruction, okay? Remember, she's watching every single candidate one by one during this. So if you're the first one, all right, she's done. She moves on to the next person. You just stand back and you wait. If you're the last one she's gonna test, then you're the last one. But you stand back, you wait for further instruction. Okay, once everyone is done for their simulated wax and tweezing, she will read the next set of instructions. You will go over to your back bar and you will follow along with her, okay? You are now going to be performing facial makeup. You are expected to apply facial makeup in the following order: foundation, powder, blush, eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, and lip color. You are expected to brace when working around the eye and mouth area. You are expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 20 minutes to complete this section. You'll be informed when you have 10 minutes remaining. Step back to indicate you have finished. Again, she will repeat herself, and then she will say, "You may begin." Okay, here we go. I step forward, I sanitize my hands. Now, you guys can do this a couple different ways. I know a couple different instructors show this section a little differently. Okay, all of them are correct. Remember, you always need to make sure you're doing client protection, safety, and infection control. So, some instructors like to use the palette to dispense their makeup onto, again, for infection control, client safety, okay? I am going to show you without using the palette. Still okay, all right? Sometimes for me, the palette causes too many problems. Just from my own experience, causes messes that I now have to clean up. Remember, if you cause a mess, you have to clean it up. So that causes delays, all right? And then that makes you more nervous, like, oh God, she see I messed up, oh God, okay? It's okay. So, I'm gonna show you without the palette. Whichever way your instructor is showing you, go ahead and follow that if you want to use the palette or not, okay? There are a couple different ways to do this. So, sanitize my hands. I'm going to take my foundation. I'm going to open up my foundation and apply it to the back of my hand over the trash. Ooh, that came out a lot, okay? Again, you don't need a lot of product. Less is more. Okay. I'm going to take my makeup wedge, okay, and I'm going to apply my foundation. Oh, okay, got my foundation here, and apply, 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 okay. This is where, again, infection control is happening. If you want to use it on your palette, you can, okay, and you can like essentially double dip. Okay, if it's on your palette. It's on the back of my hand. This is acting like my palette, okay? Just like your cleansers and your moisturizers and all that, you can dispense it. Just as long as you are not touching your containers, right? Your mannequin, the makeup will match your mannequin, okay? So I'm just going through and I'm applying my makeup. Make sure it's, you know, fairly blended, okay? I'm doing a dabbing motion. If you do this like sweeping motion, you might be removing it instead of applying it to the mannequin. So I want her to see that I have actually applied my makeup, okay? Don't leave any lines of demarcation. Apply, apply, apply. Okay. I didn't need all that. That just kind of like came out of nowhere when I squirted it on my hand. So I'm just going to remove all that excess. I'm going to take a tissue here, clean off my hand because that was a bit much. Okay, sanitize my hands. And now I'm going to use powder. I'm going to take my cotton round, your translucent powder, open that up over the trash, dispense some of that onto your cotton round. Okay, again, less is more, okay, less is more. So apply a little bit here if you guys can see that, and then I'm just going to kind of dab it, fold it, and shake off any excess. Okay, so I'm tapping my finger here so you guys can see I'm tapping, 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 and letting it fall into the trash. Okay, and then I'm going to press the powder into her face. Press, 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 all over. That can go into the trash. Next is going to be my blush. So I'm going to open up my blush. I'm going to take my makeup wedge over the trash, close it, and place it back down, okay? This is going to help prevent you from double dipping, okay? That's why the palette is there. So if your instructor is showing you to place everything onto the palette and then apply from there, it's so that you can double dip because this is only ever touching your client, okay? I just find it easier. Grab what you need, okay? These are clean, this is clean, place it back down. If you take it with you to your mannequin and it's open, that's when you have the tendency to double dip, okay? So just don't do that. Get what you need, close your container, place it back down, okay? And then we're gonna apply our blush, okay? These are very pigmented, okay? So little again goes a long way. Ooh, she is gonna be a little clownish for our video today, all right? So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna just try and blend that out as much as I can, okay? Now, State Board doesn't really care what color colors you pick, okay? They don't really care if the makeup as far as like purple, blue, brown, okay, pink. They just want to make sure you're applying it in a nice, safe, sanitary manner, okay? So she might not look all that cute when she gets out, but you did it safely, okay? Woo! She's ready. You can see her blush from space. Woohoo! Okay, throw that away. Next, I'm going to do her eyeshadow, okay? So, I'm going to grab my eyeshadow palette. Okay, you have Q-tips in your kit. You also have these, whoa, don't throw those. Thank goodness it landed on my SMA. But you also have these little, sponge applicators, whichever one you want to use, whichever one you've been using or feel more comfortable with. I like the sponge applicators. They get a lot of product on there. So again, you can see it from space, okay? So you're gonna pick a color. Again, over the trash, you only need to show one color, okay? So grab your product on your makeup sponge here, your makeup applicator. I like to grab enough product on both sides of the makeup applicator. I close it and then I place it back down, okay? So I've grabbed enough of it on both sides of that sponge applicator so I can work on both eyes, okay? Here we go. I'm working around the eye area, so I need to double brace. Okay, so if you notice, I'm gonna not hold, okay? Hold the eye area, and I'm gonna place my pinky with my applicator hand here and brace and apply that eyeshadow. Woohoo! Can you guys see that? I'm going to go to the other eye, flip my applicator around and apply. Again, I'm double bracing, holding, using my pinky with my application hand, okay? And applying my eyeshadow. If you feel like, that's not enough, throw this away, grab a new one, okay? Grab a new applicator, open up your palette again, grab what you need, close it, and apply more, okay? If you have some fallout like I did, I had a little bit of fallout here, I'm just gonna take a clean Q-tip and I'm just gonna kind of clean it up, okay? Just so she doesn't look as crazy. Throw that away. Next, I'm going to apply eyeliner, okay? So you're going to take your eyeliner pencil, open it up, okay? And then you're going to, again, double brace. I'm working around the eye area, so I need to double brace. Hold the skin taut. I'm using my pinky as my leverage here, and I'm going to apply my eyeliner. Okay? Easiest way to do this is feather-like strokes, okay? Starting from the inner corner of the eye outward. You only need to apply eyeliner to either the top or the bottom. I'm choosing the top here, okay? Feather-like strokes on the top, okay? Again, because she's not a live person and then this is kind of like a waxy substance, it could crumble and break on you. So, feather-like application, okay? Strokes here, starting from the inner corner. I'm double bracing, okay? And I'm applying my eyeliner. You can close this. Okay, place it back down. Now I can place it back down because I have the lid on it, okay? I'm gonna put that into the items to be disinfected later so they know I know how to properly disinfect that, but I did put the lid back on so it can go back down. okay? Next, I'm going to apply mascara. So I'm going to take my mascara, open it up. The Kit Company, they cut that spoolie off, so you are not tempted to use this on her eyes because that would be infection control issue. So I'm going to take the spoolies they give me over the trash, dip it into my mascara, close it, and place it back down. Don't take your mascara with you over here, okay? Because again, that could give you the tendency to want to double dip, and we don't want to do that. So close it, place it back down, and then you're going to apply mascara. Now she doesn't actually have lashes on, so you're pretending, okay? But again, I'm double bracing pinky here and applying my mascara. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Okay? Throw that away. Next, I'm going to be applying my lip color. So I'm going to take my lip color. It comes in a little jar like this. You can grab your Q-tips, again, over the trash, pull out a little bit of lip color, close it, and place it back down so you are not tempted to double dip. Here, I need to brace around the mouth area as well. So again, I'm holding the skin, I'm using my pinky to brace, and then I'm going to apply my lip color. Oh, she is looking good. Try to blend it in and make it as attractive as possible. I don't know if I can save her at this point. Will I get points knocked off? No, because I did it in a safe, sanitary manner. She just doesn't look that cute. Okay. Okay. Throw that away. All right, at this point, I'm done with my makeup application. I'm going to start to clean up. So anything that is single use, so all of my Q-tips, any leftover sponges for eyeshadow go into the trash, okay? This is an extra spoolie into the trash, okay? These little eyeshadow brushes, trash, okay? All the rest of this is going to go into my items to be disinfected. So your palette, all of your makeup, okay? You had a spatula to dispense your product onto the palette if you were using that. You also had a pencil sharpener, so in case your pencil was broken for whatever reason, you could have sharpened it. You would have sharpened it over the trash, cleaned it out, and then you could have either placed it into your items to be disinfected or placed it back down as long as it was clean, okay? Throw that in there. You're going to sanitize your hands. You're going to step back, and then you're going to wait for further instruction, okay? If you guys have noticed during my waxing and my makeup, I have been cleaning up as soon as I'm done with my procedure, okay? Because the client or the examiner is not going to be telling you to clean up at this point. She did during that first client breakdown and setup, but at this point she saw it once. She doesn't need to see you doing it again. So you will do it so that way your SMA is nice and clean and ready for the next set of instructions, which will be coming up next, okay? But you step back, you wait for further instructions. Okay, next is going to be your blood exposure procedure. So you've stepped back, and again, you're listening for instructions. Make sure you're always listening to your examiner. She will always be letting you know what to do, okay? Next set of instructions. You will demonstrate the blood exposure procedure. You will imagine the following scenario. During a service, your client has sustained a minor cut to the chin. The injury is such that you can continue with the service. You have not come in contact with the blood and your work area has not been contaminated. You are expected to demonstrate the proper procedure for a blood exposure. You are expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 10 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 5 minutes remaining. Step back to indicate you have finished. Okay, she will repeat herself and then she will say, you may begin. Okay, I'm always stepping up, putting and sanitizing my hands, okay? Blood exposure, I'm gonna go to my back bar. I'm gonna get my first aid kit. I'm gonna open up my first aid kit and pull out the following things. Your bag of gloves, you're gonna pull out an alcohol prep wipe, and you're going to pull out a Band-Aid, okay? Just pull out a nice big one so you guys can see it. At this point, then you can close that and put it back onto your back bar. I suggest doing this just because, you know, they told you your work area is still clean, not contaminated, but I don't want you to accidentally touch this and then have to disinfect it, okay? Once you have your gloves on, you're kind of, you are now a contaminated individual, especially your gloves. So just pull out what you need and then put this back onto the back bar so it stays clean and sanitary, okay? All right, I'm gonna sanitize my hands again, just for funsies, I guess, because my hands were clean, nothing happened to them. I'm gonna open up my gloves, throw away that little bag. Put on my gloves. She told you your client sustained a minor cut to the chin. So we're going to open up our alcohol prep. This can go into your trash, okay? Here, I'm going to cleanse an area on her chin. This is gonna go into the trash. Now I'm going to use my Band-Aid, open up my Band-Aid. Place that into the trash. Pull off one of those little protective papers on the Band-Aid, place it on there, and then remove the other one, okay? Throw that into the trash, okay? Try doing that one at a time, okay? Remove one side, throw it in the trash, stick it, and then apply, remove that other plastic piece. If you try to remove both of them, they start to stick to your gloves, the Band-Aid does, and then you're over here fidgeting and, you know, getting nervous because you're like, oh no, I'm drawing attention to myself. So do it one at a time, okay, nice and slow. You have 10 minutes. It's not going to take you that long. Apply your Band-Aid to the chin, and now I'm going to remove my gloves. So I'm going to turn them inside out. Okay, I'm going to grab the bottom here, inside out, place that inside there. Inside out, I never touched any part of the contaminated area. Throw those away, sanitize my hands, okay? That point, you're gonna step back and you're gonna wait, okay? I do wanna make a mention, if you guys notice, once I had my gloves on, I didn't even sanitize my hands in between each step, okay? Once I touch my client and I touch that blood, that contaminated area, I don't want to transfer that to my hand sanitizer because now I need to go in and get my disinfectant wipes, wipe that all down. It's gonna make a big old mess for me. So once your gloves are on, you're clean, you're sanitary, apply your product, remove, throw away, and you're good to go, okay? So we step back, we wait for further instruction. Okay, so your next set of instructions are going to be your microdermabrasion. So she will read the following instructions. You have 2 minutes to remove the supplies for your particle microdermabrasion section of this exam. Please do not begin any procedures until the verbal instructions have been read and you've been instructed to begin. Step back to indicate you have finished. Okay, she will repeat herself and you may begin. Okay. Step forward, sanitize my hands. My microdermabrasion is in my kit. So I'm going to go in, open up my kit, pull out my microdermabrasion bag. That can go right onto my SMA. Close my kit again. Okay, come up. I touched my kit, so I need to sanitize my hands. You have 2 minutes to set this up, so don't lollygag, okay? Open up your microdermabrasion bag. There is a lash enhancement that can go onto your back bar, okay? Pull out everything you need for your microdermabrasion. You're gonna have your microdermabrasion tip, okay? You're gonna have paper towel, some protective gear, your protective mask, your protective eyewear, your moisturizer, your degreaser, okay? Close this, fold it up, place it in. I touched the trash, so I need to sanitize my hands. I need a couple things. I need some eye pads, I need some cotton rounds. So remember, those are on your back bar, okay? I kind of forgot that step when I was doing my hair removal section. So I had to keep going back in there, okay? Do it during your 2-minute setup. It makes life so much easier. Okay, I have my cotton rounds. I have some cotton balls, and I'm going to use a makeup wedge as well. Okay, close this when you put it back onto your back bar. I'm also going to need my last pair of gloves. Okay, place that onto your SMA. Close this. Sanitize, step back, and wait. Okay, so she's going to see that everyone is done setting up. She will read the next set of instructions. Do not begin these procedures, okay? The past couple procedures, as soon as we were done, we kind of just went right into it, right? This one, no. So she will say, you will perform particle microdermabrasion. You will demonstrate horizontal strokes across the entire forehead. You will demonstrate vertical strokes across the entire forehead and conclude the service. You are expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control. Surprise, surprise, right? You have 10 minutes to complete this section. You'll be informed when you have 5 minutes remaining. Step back to indicate you have finished. She will repeat herself, and then you may begin. Okay, I'm going to step forward. I'm always going to be sanitizing my hands. Okay, first step is going to be degreasing the forehead. So I'm going to take my cuppy, I'm going to take my degreaser, open that up, a little bit of degreaser into my cuppy, close that, take my makeup wedge, and I'm going to apply degreaser to the forehead, okay? So degrease the forehead only. That's the only part they want to see the microdermabrasion section. Okay, again, this is my transfer cup so I can safely double dip essentially because this is going to go into the trash. Okay, forehead degreased. Throw that away. Next, I need to dry the forehead. So I'm going to go in, dry the forehead. throw that away. I need to now protect, okay? Protect. So I need to protect my client and then I need to protect myself. So I'm going to take my cotton rounds, take my water, and I'm going to saturate my cotton rounds. You can place that back. Now these were kind of huge, okay? You can place them on your client like that if you want. If you want to fold them, you can too, up to you, okay? We are only working on the forehead, okay? Okay. I touched my client. I need to sanitize my hands. All right, now I need to protect myself from the particles, okay? Particle microdermabrasion shoots crystals out, okay? Crystals could harm our client's eyes, could harm our eyes. So we need to protect ourselves. So I'm going to put my goggles on. Ooh, safety wear. Okay, I'm going to put my mask on. Now, if you are still taking your exam during COVID, you will already have your mask on, so then you don't have to do this step, okay? All right. Sanitize my hands. Put gloves on. You have to do it in this order, okay, guys? This is the order they want to see it in. All right, we're performing particle microdermabrasion. You're going to unroll your hose here, okay? You're going to use your particle microdermabrasion. Here's the tip for the microderm, and we're going to microderm the forehead, okay? We're going to do some resurfacing. So this, they do not want to see you wrapping the cord around your arm, okay? They do not want to see you wrapping the cord around your neck. It needs to just simply dangle, okay? Nothing else. It doesn't need to be sitting like on your manicuring tray. It just needs to dangle, okay? So from here, we are going to do horizontal strokes across the entire forehead. You need to demonstrate holding the skin taut, okay? So I'm going to hold the skin. Again, she doesn't move, so I need to hold the skin. I like to do this in 2 sections, half of the face at one time. So I'm showing that I'm properly holding the skin nice and tight, okay? So here I'm going to hold in the middle of the forehead, pulling this direction, and then I'm going to be microderming in the opposite, okay? Boom. I'm going to do the entire forehead. You can work from the eyebrow up, okay? Or forehead down to the eyebrow, whichever way is going to help you remember, okay? I need to do the entire forehead, so now I'm going to do the other side here, holding the skin tight and microderming, okay? Next, I need to do my vertical strokes, okay? So vertical strokes, I'm going to start from one side and work my way to the other. I'm going to hold the skin taut, up and down, okay? I'm stretching the skin this way. Here, I'm going to work in between my fingers, okay? Stretch the skin, work my way across the forehead. Stretch, work my way across the forehead. Stretch, work my way across. Once that is all done, I'm going to remove the tip of the microderm, okay? This gets sanitized a different way than this does. So by removing it, that's what you're telling your examiner. I know how to disinfect these. I know there are different ways to disinfect, okay? These are going to go into your items to be disinfected. Close your box. You touch that box, you need to sanitize right over your hands. Okay? Next, we need to dust off the particles. Remember I said particle microdermabrasion shoots crystals to resurface? So those crystals might be left on the skin, okay? You're going to take a cotton round, a cotton ball, something to dust off the crystals, okay? Dust, 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 dust. She needs to have her protective eyewear on. I need to have my protective wear on while I'm dusting. Again, I don't want any crystals to go in her eye. I don't want any to go in my eye, okay? So here we go. We dust, 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 okay? At this point, then you're going to apply an SPF, okay? They want to see you protecting your client's skin. Back of your gloved hand, you can go ahead and apply a little bit of moisturizer SPF. Again, a little bit goes a long way, and we are only doing the forehead. So you only need a fraction of what we've been using. Emulsify whatever is left on your hands. Apply, apply, apply. And we're almost done. I can go ahead and remove my protective wear, okay? My gloves, turn them inside out. Throw those into the trash. My protective eyewear goes into my items to be disinfected. I touched that box, so I need to sanitize my hands. My mask I can remove and throw into the trash, okay? Again, if it is still COVID and there's restrictions are still in place and you already have a mask on, you will be leaving your mask on, okay? The mask would still be on your SMA and that's where it would stay, okay? Until you're cleaning up. Now, let's say if you have eyeglasses, then you also do not need to put on those protective eyewear, okay? You can just leave the protective eyewear there and your glasses would be protecting you from the particles, okay? So, I just removed all my protective gear, okay? My gloves went into the trash, my goggles went into the items to be disinfected, my mask came off. I'm going to sanitize my hands again because, again, I touched my face with the mask. And then I'm going to remove her protective wear, okay? There we go. This will go into the trash. Now, anything that's left over, if you had any extra single-use items, those would go into the trash. And then the rest of your product bottles would go into your items to be disinfected. I touched that box again. I need to sanitize my hands. I'm done, so I can step back and I can wait for further instructions. Okay, this is our last procedure, guys. We're almost done. You're almost there to your license. So, next set of instructions she's going to tell you is you have 2 minutes to set up the supplies for your eyelash enhancement section of this exam. Please do not begin any procedures until the verbal instructions have been read and you've been instructed to begin. Step back to indicate you have finished. She will repeat herself and then she will say, "You may begin." Okay, step forward. I'm sanitizing my hands. Remember, I pulled out my eyelash enhancement bag from my Microderm earlier and I put it on my back bar. So I'm going to grab that, open it up, pull out the contents, okay? I have a paper towel here, I have a skin cleanser, I have eyelashes, I have glue, I have scissors, tweezers, a spoolie, and I also have some toothpicks, okay? Throw that away. I touched my trash, so I need to sanitize, okay? I am missing a couple of things, so I need to grab my single use from my back bar. Remember, they're not putting all the single use inside here, so you need to grab it from the back bar. So, here we go. I'm going to take some cotton rounds out here. That's all I need. Okay, close that, place that back onto my back bar, sanitize my hands, and step back. Okay, you're gonna wait for the next set of instructions. You're just setting up, you're not beginning the procedure until she reads you what to do. Okay, everyone's ready? Here we go. You will apply eyelash enhancement. You will add a complete eyelash band to the full length of the lash line to both eyes. You are expected to brace when working around the eyes. You are expected to perform a patch test. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control. You will have 10 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed, and you have 5 minutes remaining. Step back to indicate that you have finished. She will repeat herself, and then she will say, "You may begin." Okay, I'm going to step forward. I'm going to sanitize my hands, okay? Next, I'm going to perform my patch test. So I am going to open up my lashes here, okay? And I'm going to use the inside of the lash container as kind of like an area to put my glue, okay? I'm going to open up my glue and I'm going to dispense some of it into my little clear container there, okay? Next, I'm going to take some cotton rounds here. I'm going to take my skin cleanser over the trash. I'm going to dispense some of that. Again, a little bit goes a long way. Place that down, and I'm going to perform her patch test, okay? This is to make sure she's not allergic to the glue, right? So you're going to do that behind the ear. So cleanse the area, okay? Throw that away. You're going to take your dry cotton round here, dry the area. You're going to grab one of your little Q-tip or your toothpicks here, grab some glue, apply a little bit of the glue, and then it stays there, okay? Throw that away. You can adjust her again so that way she's facing forward, okay? And you're going to continue on with the service. Looks like she's not allergic to the glue. We can keep going, okay? Next, I need to spoolie and brush her eyelashes. Remember, she doesn't actually have eyelashes, so it's just pretend. But we are brushing the lashes for any visible debris, okay? So we're just brushing her natural lashes, okay? Not the actual lashes in the kit here. So her natural lashes, I'm double bracing. You see each eye, I'm holding, brushing. This can go into the trash. Next, I need to measure and trim the eyelashes. Now, when you guys are removing the lashes from the kit, just kind of pull down, okay? Pull off the lash. Measure, again, I'm double bracing here and I'm measuring. They do want to see you cut some of the eyelashes off. So go ahead, trim some eyelashes. It doesn't need to be a lot, but enough that they saw you do something, okay? Next, you're going to take some more glue here, your toothpick over the trash. Apply some glue to your false lash. That will go into the trash. And then we are going to apply your eyelash. I'm double bracing, so if you can see, both my pinkies on each hand are using to stabilize here. And I'm following the natural lash, okay? So I'm going to go from the inner corner out. So start from the inner corner of the eyelash outward. Now it should follow the natural lash line, Okay, don't make it come up here or down here. Okay, natural top lash line. Next eye, pull out my lash. Okay. Measure. If you guys see when I'm measuring, I'm kind of just hovering. I'm not placing the lash on there. So that way when I'm trimming, it's safe for me to put this back onto my SMA, okay? If this had touched her eye, then it wouldn't be able to, okay? Trim into the trash. Grab your toothpick. Apply your adhesive to your lash strip, throw that away, kind of letting it get tacky. It has been sitting out, so it's had enough time, but remember, we're not blowing on that, okay? That's not sanitary. So here we go. Inner corner, double brace. I'm working around the eye area. Start with the inner corner of the lash first, and then work your way out. Beautiful. Okay, there, I'm done. I'm gonna throw away any single use, all of these containers, this glue, okay, trash. The rest of this stuff is going to go into my items to be disinfected. My scissors, my glue, my skin cleanser, okay? You had tweezers on here. If some of you like to use the tweezers with, to apply the lashes, that's totally fine. It's there for you for that reason, okay? And you would just, again, apply inner corner, work your way out. I just don't like using the tweezers. I work better with my hands. But if you like the tweezers, go ahead and use them. This will go into the items to be disinfected. Once you are done, you'll sanitize your hands, you'll step back, and you'll wait for further instructions, okay? You're honestly almost there. Okay, so that concludes your exam, guys. At this point, she will say your exam is complete. At this point, you just have to kind of clean up, okay? Just put everything into, the appropriate areas. They are not grading you at this point, so it really doesn't matter, but it's really not that hard. Just put all of your linens into your soiled linen bag. Everything else is going to go into your suitcase, okay? Now, the kit company does request that you guys put the mannequin head in that trash bag, that little plastic bag that it came in, so it doesn't transfer into their suitcase, okay? But simple enough, okay? If you threw it away, just, grab it out of there. If not, put it in there. Put everything into the suitcase and jam the heck out of there, okay? They do want you to take everything with you. So your trash bags, all of your items on the back bar, you're gonna just put into the suitcase, okay? You're going to be leaving it as if you were never even there, okay? Take it with you, make sure it's nice, and go, okay? You'll go to the next area and they'll either take you to get your written done, or you'll get your results, okay? So, just a couple tips, guys. Breathe when you guys are there, okay? I know it's nerve-wracking, especially having someone staring at you, coming up to you. Sometimes they're very snappy. They just want to be in and out, okay? just breathe, okay? You know how to do the procedures, you know all the steps. If you forget, remember, sanitize your hands and think for a minute, okay? If you make mistakes, it's how you guys recover from it, okay? You guys saw me during some of those procedures. I forgot to pull out some of my implements for the waxing. That's okay. Sanitize your hands, grab what you need, put it out. Is it always better to do it during the setup? Of course it is, but you know, we're all human, we make mistakes, and that's just a nerve-wracking day, okay? So grab what you need, put it out, and if you do make a mistake and you're like, oh, I know I made a mistake there, I know I did, don't let it defeat you, okay? There's so much more exam to do. Don't let that one mistake influence you and affect the rest of your exam. You might have gotten some points taken off. You could still pass, okay? You really could. So just again, take a breath, step back, listen to what they're saying, listen to instructions, and you'll be golden, okay? I hope this was helpful for you guys. Again, this was the NIC practical exam esthetician walkthrough, and I know you guys will all do it, okay? Congratulations.